This is the back. Stick this side to the wall. Once fitted, remove plastic film. Stick this side to the wall. Why would I want to do that? Okay. So I've got this sheet of aluminium. I'm going to be chopping it to pieces to make some frame, some engine casing bash guards to go on this side here. Right, let's crack on. I feel absolutely dreadful today. I've had these baby germs for I think 2 weeks now. So my nose is blocked up and I feel groggy, so I'm not smiling. Anyway, so what have I been doing so far? Let's have a look. Got some mild steel box section, 19mm, something like that, 19mm, something like that. I've chopped the end off it. I've made some of these little brackets. I've welded some nuts, welded my nuts in there, and give it a little bit of a cutout so they can be welded onto here. And just like that, so it matches the other side. Look, I tried to make them like the other side. Now I've ground that back, so I'm going to weld those holes up. And I've ground this back here also. It's starting to rust, that look. It's because I'm going to try perhaps put the CRF 250 damper on there. And do a little repair on that exhaust bracket there. It's bent. It's had a little bit of a dint, hasn't it? Something hard as it that. Oh, they're ready to weld in. Look at that, eh? Nice, isn't it? Right, let's get them welded in. Oh, in fact, can't weld them in yet. I'm going to make the aluminium part first. So I've cut these out. Look at that, beautiful, aren't they? I've cut these pieces out now. I'm not recording myself cutting them because you'll probably skip it. And that is going to get welded. It's hard to do it one hand. I should really put the phone down, shouldn't I? Start being a professional. It's going to get welded to that. Right. It's going to get welded onto there just like that. Nice little fit in it. And then I'll make some strengthening little triangular brackets just here, just to strengthen it up. And then, so I've welded that together, and I've just gone over it with the grinder. It looks a bit messy. I don't know whether to put like a mirror finish on it or do a rough finish. I'm obviously going to make a better finish than that. I'm going to go over with sander and smooth it all off. But I've kind of smoothed off all the welds that I've done on there. I'm thinking, you know, perhaps it looked better with the welds on. So I might go over it with the torch and just put a welding bead across there just to make it look a little. I don't know. I like things. I like to see welds. It looks quite cool, doesn't it? So I don't know yet. He's not going to see that. It's going to be tucked into the frame, but I'm thinking of doing that really. I think it might just look better with it. A bit of welding it. So I've got phone in one hand and on. That's not going to sit there, is it? So I'm going to make a few of these triangular pieces now to strengthen it all up with. Make a few pieces to strengthen it all up. This bit is going to go on the front here. Like that. On the front there, I'm going to weld that to there, so we've got a cover on the front. This is ready to weld the brackets onto here now, so the little brackets are here. One there, and one there, just like that. So what I'll do, I'll bolt them together on here and just sit this in place and tack it. I'm just wondering, there's a few things I'm wondering now. If you look at the Doc Wob one, which is cool, it's got holes in it. So I'm thinking, should I put some holes in mine? I think I'm going to put some holes in mine. The whole object of this was to protect the casing, the flywheel cover, but it looks better with them holes in. I think I kind of put it on the bike. It doesn't look right in my pajamas and slippers. Here, look, it's late tonight. So on my old bike, I tried it against this. I can't get it on because of that at the minute. So I'll just try and put it where I can. It doesn't look like there's a lot of clearance there, does it? But this, believe it or not, will be further down like that. So there is quite a bit of clearance there. Clearance. It actually goes like that. I can't get it fitted right because of this in the way. Let's see if I can bloody move it a bit.
visions of that toppling over onto me then. So it's gonna go kind of like that. Alright, and I think, personally, there's a lot of clearance there. You're not going to touch it, are you? Not with your foot. So I think it's fine. It looks like there's not a big gap here, but it's like that, look. You're not going to touch that with your foot. No way. So, I've also checked the clearance, the drop in the gear selector. It goes nowhere near to touch this. But still, I might just cut that back a little bit. Oops, sorry, dirty bastard burping. I might just cut that back a little bit, make it fit in, but I think holes will look better on it. You can't really see it from here. I think I'm going to put some holes in it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I've opted for holes in it. It might defeat the object of this to protect, it's aimed to protect the engine casing from damaging, but it's obviously not going to let it get cracked up, is it? And it'll stop a few stone chips from hitting it, but you're going to get flying objects coming through these holes probably and hitting the casing. But it looks better with holes in it. It didn't look right before. And it kind of also almost matches the other one, apart from I put a nice little bend in there. It matches the other one, so that's where it will remain. Okay, right then. So time to get these tacked on, and then we're going to get that welded up, those holes welded up, and then we're going to consider, then we're going to consider getting the steering damper fitted. Or I may put the steering damper on my other 250, because I'm going to strip that as well and do some modifications. And I need to repair this here because it's had a little bit of a whack, hasn't it? That nasty thing there, I think there's a bit of a hole behind there. I'm just going to weld that hole up. I might even just make a new one of these to fit on that. Right, okay. Right, so it's all finished as that now. It's sanded down, nice smooth finish on there, and it's left what looks like a machined finish on it. So I got the sander, held it at an angle, and just tried to get a machine finish. I didn't want it flat, so it looks quite good, that. It's nice and reflective. Okay, so they're all welded on, and I've tried the bracket, it fits in there perfect, no problems, and I've welded up these two holes that were here, so I'm going to grind that flat. Go all done. I don't want to go too flat with that because I can thin out the steel, and the powder coat will cover any of that anyway, so that's good to go. Right, this side now. Right, check this out. So I'm just going to try my foot pegs. I'm sure that foot peg there was cocked to one side. I was pointing down when I last had it on. I'm pretty sure it were, but it just seems to be okay. I just thought the frame was bent then. If you look under here, how you sit it flat, you can see the gaps. Well, this side here looks like it's higher than this side. I'll just bring it forward a little bit so I can see. You can see that there, how it's sat up higher. It's not touching. There we go. We can see a light through there. I thought, is that a bit higher than the other side? And looking around here, I thought that tube's probably further up than it should be. But it turns out, I think it's that weld. I think it's that weld there. It's that weld it's sat on. I'm just trying to... Obviously, if it were, I'd have to get the engine. I can't just cut that out. I'd have to get the engine together. But I think it is that weld that's doing it. Yeah, because it seems to sit on that weld. Look there. Boom. I don't think it's a problem. Right, so next thing now is a steering damper. I'm going to strip the front end apart in there. I need to do forks now anyway. Strip the front end apart, get those clamps put on, and have a look, see what I can do with steering damper. I was thinking of keeping this bike just original as it is, basically, but I've started modifying it now. And I was going to put the damper on my other KX, so I might put one on this one and one on the other one. Right.
So I've decided I'm not going to fit the steering damper to the frame on Bonnie Blue. So I'm going to fit it on this one here when I rebuild that. I'm going to do some other frame mods and stuff like that. So I'm not going to fit it, and I'm going to show you why. Let's have a look. So I've knocked up a few little brackets like this. It's only temporary. I wouldn't dream of putting that on there. It's disgusting. So I'm just trying to get a distance, and what I can do with this is I can flare out these two sides here just to get it further out or further in. And what I would have done is probably I'd tap a thread out in there and tack that on so I can fit my damper to it and just try and work it, see where it fits best. Made another little one here, just knocked it up together. Pretty cool. That. What I was gonna do is get a flat piece of steel bar, square bar, sorry, and probably cut a notch in it all the way down so it fits on here and weld it in. Probably about this long or something. Then put this on there, weld that on, and cut a thread in it. That way it looks a lot neater. I'm not disturbing the frame number. So I've run into some problems, and I can get this to work absolutely fine. But my problem is, I'm a bit bothered about. I could drill a hole in there. I could drill a hole straight through there and tap it, and put a little spacer on there, an aluminium one maybe. Then my damper, the bottom of the damper bar, can just screw straight onto it with a spacer. The problem is this here, that is hindering me from getting this on there. So I tried it just by holding it together, and what's happening is when this is turning, it's just catching like that there. It's going to catch as it swings around like that. And for me to actually fit that on, I just need to push it out a little bit further to perhaps here, like this, then it'll work. But that means it's going to clash with the rivets on this. I think of cutting those rivets out and just putting little screws in actually. It's going to clash with this, the number board, and I don't want to end up having to. I'm certainly not going to cut that apart. That'll stay as it is. You know, I might make another one, I don't know. But it's the reason why the CRFs have like a shielded, like a curved number board on front. So I can fit it if I just modify the number board for it to fit. But I don't want to be. What I could do is perhaps cut that off there, and then make it weld just under here another little bump stop to hit against these. Just weld it in so it's in place like that. But I'm just starting to stray away from the bike's originality. You know, I could do it to my old bike. I've done some few little mods on here, but I don't want to take it away from what it was. I'm going to keep it as it is now. So what I will do, I'm going to put the damper on my next bike, alright? That's what I'm going to do. It may improve its handling on this, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it on my next bike anyway. I don't want to do any more work on this, so I'm going to get this powder coat I decided, and then we'll crack on with the build, alright? Okay. Oh my god, I feel absolutely dreadful. I've had this like snots and sniffles for, I think about 4 weeks now. It won't go away, it's awful, it's getting worse. I've not really been in here that much because I've been poorly, and it's winter, it's cold, and we've been doing baby things, playing with the little baby, so I've not had a chance to get any. I used to restore a dirt bike two-stroke in 2 weeks, honestly, 2 weeks from start to finish. That's how long it would take me to restore one. Road bikes are gone. We've got this lovely Aprilia still here, still hanging on. I've got that GPZ Cafe Racer project in there. I'm thinking of just selling that, you know. I've got all parts for that. I think I'm just selling it, you know, or break it. Something. Arnold Schwarzenegger's come to visit. He's got his Pit Viper glasses on, his Kawasaki cap. You alright, pal? He's here, so Matrix from Commando. And this is the only pretty thing in the garage at the moment, so I'm looking forward to doing this. I love looking at this bike. I think it looks bloody awesome. So those panels will go back on the Tommy Sale bike. I've got a spare seat cover, just like that spare seat cover to go on my the original seat for this. I'm going to keep the split fly graphics on with that frame powder coated in that lime green to match, you know, the number plate. I'm thinking of keeping the JSV pipe on this and perhaps getting a cone pipe for Bonnie Blue. I'm going to get wheels on this, forks, I'm going to change the forks to the front end. It's got some some aftermarket triple clamp, top clamp on that. I don't know what make it is because this one's from California. But this bike I'll never sell because this one, honestly, everything is like, it's not worn at all. It's had a very easy life. Everything's quite good condition apart from wheels. There's not much, you know, metalwork dinted or battered or anything. And you know, when the kickstart's not loose, everything's tight. You know, the sprocket, you put a sprocket on, it fits nice and snug. There's not much wear on the brake pedals or anything like that. It's not had a hard life at all, this one, so it's a good one. It's a good one. It's good to find one. I bet the gearbox is in good condition as well in there. So yeah, I can't wait to get out on that. It's ready to ride. I was supposed to be riding it back in beginning of November, but I got rained off as per usual. Anyway, right, I've got you to do as well because my wife's getting a bit tetchy now. She needs to get this bike started. She keeps telling me she's going to order all the parts and start work on it. So I'm going to get this done. Right. I've got my hot rods crank up there for the next video. I've got some footage to put down, so crank's arrived. I'm going to do a little bit of vid on that as well. Yep, okay, I'm going to tie up and then crack on with more work, I believe. Oh shit, I forgot about the swing arm, didn't I? The swing arm, I'm just staring at that. I've got that to weld up as well because swing arm's got a little bit of busted on it. Yeah, right, I'll crack on with that now. Alright. Thank you for watching anyway, so I'll see you later. Okay.